Hello, welcome to Calculoid. In this case study, I want to show you how you can recreate any conversion form with Calculoid. First of all, you need to take a look at the form and analyze it. What are the inputs, what are the results, and how can you get from the data entered to the results you need. This conversion form asks you for personal information and most suitable date and time. After that, it sends all the data to a third-party application and show you the success message. Now, I would like to show you how you can recreate this form in Calculoid. I already created a new calculator, and let's start with adding a few fields. To begin with, let's add two input fields for phone number and name. After that, I will add send result field to collect emails and the date field to allow the user to pick appropriate date. We are still missing some fields from the form, so let's take a look at what we need to add. We have name and phone and the email. Also we have the when, which is the date field. Now we need to add from, which is time, to, which is also time, and time zone. These three fields are drop downs, so let's go back to our calculator and add three select fields for those from the form. Now let's go back to the form and check whether we added all the fields needed. As I mentioned before, we have name, phone, email, when. We just added three drop-downs for time and time zone. As you can see, we are still missing this checkbox, I agree, and the button for continue. Let's add the checkbox, and regarding the button, it will be this button in send result field. We'll just change the sign from send results to continue. So we have the button now, and we've added all the fields. Let's press save and start adjusting the fields. First of all, you need to name all the fields. To do so, you need to go to edit the field and change the name. Don't forget to press save once you've done any changes. As you can see, I added names to each field in my calculator, and now I would like to check whether there are some fields that are required in the form. So let's take a look. Name, phone, email, when, from, to. So it seems all the fields in the form are required fields. Only the time zone, my time zone field, is not required. Let's go back to the calculator, edit field, text field config, and make all the fields required. I made all the fields required, and now we can continue with basic settings for each field. In this step, you need to fill default values and make any other settings needed with each field. Let me show what I mean. Let's go to edit field on your phone, text field config, and I want this field to be phone, and I want to pre-fill country calling code by Geo IP. All those settings needed to be done in each field. Once you finish this, you can go on to next step. I set all the fields and added information to the drop-downs. So now we can continue with adjusting the field size and regrouping all the fields. I put all the fields in the order I need and adjusted the field sizes. So now we are ready to style our calculator, and let's take a look at the design settings we have. First of all, let's open the design tab on the left menu. Here we can see some basic settings and advanced settings. These settings in the design tab will be applied on the whole calculator in general. If you want to change design for a particular field, please go to Edit the field, Design. This Design tab is available on each type of field, so you can change the design for each field in particular. I added the design settings I wanted to my calculator, and also I added a few new fields. There are HTML fields, and I used them just to present those texts like date and time, personal information, and a small description. It is really good to add those fields at the very end, so you know how your calculator looks like and what is missing. I believe this calculator is ready for embed, so I can make it finished and embed it on a web page. To do so, let's go to Publish tab on the left menu and choose one of the codes we want to use. I want to use the iframe code, and I don't want to show title or description, so let's copy the iframe code using this button here. Then let's open the page where we want this to be embedded and simply paste the code. Save. Let's check how the calculator looks on embed page. Here we go. This is our calculator, which represents the conversion form. And if you want to remove this sign at the bottom, please go to a Calculator, Config tab, Calculoid signature, hide, and press Save. In the next case study, we will take a look on how can we create a calculator from Excel. Thank you for watching.